So as March Madness continues, a lot of these college stars, if you haven't noticed, starts to drop like flies. When I say the term drop like flies, bro, none of them are dying, they're all alive, but they're just not in the competition no more. Their college careers, though, are very dead. A lot of them right now are finding themselves preparing for the next step, the next phase of their basketball career. The next time we see guys like Cade Cunningham and Jalen Green hoop is going to be for your piss poor sorry organization. Now, this is my first mock draft of this 2021 NBA draft, and best believe that it's not going to be my last. This one is titled way too early for a reason. For one, March Madness is still going on. Secondly, we don't know where your favorite team's pick is gonna land. And lastly, a lot of these college prospects and also some overseas prospects as well, stock will rise like crazy and also drop like crazy because insane performances could happen, and also the most devastating cataclysmic things could happen as well. Someone could get shot in the leg and just destroy their NBA. Well, let's knock on wood before I finish that sentence. I hope no one gets like shot or anything like that, but you know what I'm saying? Something cataclysmic can happen to any of these prospects, and absolutely nothing is set in stone right now. Once again, this is a mock draft. Nothing is final, nothing is set in stone, and what I did was go ahead and ran a little simulator, and this is the order that I got and that I'm using for today's video. The Houston Rockets, who are down cataclysmic right now, have the #1 overall draft pick. Oh boy, they need it. #2 are the team on my ad right now. I'm not even a fan of them, but I ain't gonna lie, this hat got me feeling some type of way. They're #2. The Pelicans and Warriors are 3 and 4. 5 and 6 are teams that literally nobody cares about in the NBA. The Detroit Pistons and the Orlando Magic. The Wizards are at 7. The Cleveland Cavaliers are at 8. And at 9 and 10, yes, we're only doing the first top 10 picks because I can't do more than 10 right now, bro. I need to do more information, I ain't gonna lie. But at 9 and 10 are the Sacramento Kings and the Oklahoma City Thunder. So now that you know this order, I gotta continue with this video and get straight to it before I make you bored. Bro, I could low-key be a rapper for real, huh? If you're new to this channel though, guess what? I'm gonna need you, yes, I'm talking to you, to go ahead and drop a like in this video and also subscribe, because if you didn't know, I can tell the future, and the future says that this channel right here is gonna be one of your favorites. So go ahead, I know you wanna do it. Stop playing with me and drop a sub, so I can go ahead and drop some dimes into this mock draft bag. With the #1 overall draft pick, the Houston Rockets select Cade Cunningham. So just about every single year, a lot of NBA fans come to a consensus to have a certain team to bully and pick on for a few years. The 76ers had that throne for a very long time. And after the 76ers, it was the Lakers and Knicks. You can dibble and dabble a few other teams, and now the laughingstock of the league just seems to be the Houston Rockets. And for very good reason too. They've done some very stupid things ever since they traded James Harden. They traded James Harden for basically 20 games of Victor Oladipo and a bunch of other very useless things. And of course, first round picks, a nice amount of first round picks, but still. Jared Allen, Karis LeVert, and first round picks are 20 games of Victor Oladipo, who is very bad right now, might I say. Yeah, they're currently the laughingstock of the NBA, but don't worry, slowly roll, because Cade Cunningham is here to save the day. All the top-notch draft experts are over here saying that this man is a different type of special, upper echelon type of special. And usually when it comes to a lot of these experts, I kind of disagree a lot of the time. But this time, I'm not gonna lie, I'm going to have to agree. And these experts are right. Cade Cunningham is just that type of special, and he fits in not perfectly into what Houston is doing because, bro, I ain't gonna lie, who the hell knows what Houston's doing? They still have John Wall. Christian Wood is doing his thing. KPJ is over there, and he's pretty nice as well. I just don't know what the idea is over there, but assuming they plan to move John Wall or at least bench that man or something like that, he just can't mess with the Cade. At least not right now. Cade Cunningham is a good fit over there. Not just over there, but realistically everywhere. What I like to think of Cade Cunningham as is a universal remote. You know what I'm saying? If you grew up with siblings and you used to fight and argue about who gets to watch TV at such and such time, then you know that, bro. Or at least I know one of the hacks and cheat codes that I would do was I would hide the remote or just lose it on purpose and keep it on the channel. I throw it away, I chuck it in the woods just so no one will find out. And the only other way to go ahead and change the channel would be by getting a universal TV remote. A TV remote that works with anything, bro. I love these because they come in clutch. You know how many times my little brother tried to screw me over my WWE Monday Night raw? The universal remote came in clutch and it's just about applicable to every single TV. It's universal and can do anything. And I think of Cade Cunningham in the same light. Bro, if you're new or if you've been subscribed to this channel, I know like things have gotten really wonky because I'm over here comparing a human being to a remote controller. Yeah, I'm down bad. I may be down bad, but at the same time, bro, I'm in my bag because Cade Cunningham controls the game and he goes at his own pace and he does whatever he wants whenever he wants. He's just that type of versatile 3-level scorer. He's an elite passer, rebounder, he can block shots, whatever you need, just know that Cade has got your back. And starting off Rebo with a generational type of talent like this is not a bad move at all for the Houston Rockets. They need it. With the second overall pick in the 2021 NBA draft, the Toronto Raptors select Evan Mobley. This team on my head right now, or at least that was on my head, the Toronto Raptors, are a very interesting team. Just a couple days ago, they tried to trade Kyle Lowry. This man was crying as if it was his final game as a Raptor, but really it wasn't. So that entire moment is just really awkward. But the Toronto Raptors are just flat out, plain and simple, not good this year, and they need some retooling. Not rebuilding, because what they have, they still have championship pieces. Pascal Siakam, Fred VanVleet, Kyle Lowry still there, OG Anunoby still there. They still have a lot of great, good pieces that can eventually turn into a playoff contending team, and after that, championship contending team. They just need to hit the pause button and reevaluate a few things. And one of the few things that they need to reevaluate is their center position. Because boy, Aaron Baines, Chris Boucher, or Butcher, whatever his name is, bro, he's just not the answer. Super good, nice player, but I don't think he's an answer. Evan Mobley, though, very well could be the answer, if not now, then just 2 to 3 years from now. And with how semi-young the Raptors are, Pascal Siakam's not that old, Fred VanVleet's not that old, they have that type of time. Now, are they going to win a championship? Hell no. I think their championship window is like out of the door, bro. They're not winning one anytime soon. But this will get them back on the right track. With the third overall pick in the 2021 NBA draft, the New Orleans Pelicans select Jalen Green. Now, I'm not going to lie, this just makes the New Orleans Pelicans even more of an exciting team. They were already pretty exciting as is, even though they just lost a little bit of their clout tokens, clout juice, whatever you want to call it. They lost some eyes, and a lot of people are all over the place watching the Charlotte Hornets play basketball because of LaMelo Ball. But Jalen Green doesn't have that same exact type of juice, but he has some juice, that type of juice that makes you want to watch it more, that type of juice that you're addicted to. And that, alongside Lonzo Ball, Zion Williamson, and Brandon Ingram, just screams highlight reels. I can imagine so many highs being made up off of this 4-core group of players. Now, Jalen Green already has NBA experience because he was in the G League, and something that I can see happening is that a lot of these G League players end up having better seasons than 90% of these college players. That's just a prediction that I'm making right now. Regardless of the fact, though, I love the fact that Jalen Green on the court alongside Ingram, Zoe, and Zion. Jalen Green is another shooter, another slasher, and just another all-around good player that the Pelicans could use. Now, what does this mean for Nickeil Alexander-Walker's future? I don't know. I don't care because Jalen Green is now in town. With the fourth overall pick in the 2021 NBA draft, the Golden State Warriors select Jonathan Kuminga. Jonathan, in my opinion, and this is like no cap at all, he easily has the highest potential in this entire NBA draft class, if you ask me. When you look at the type of players who are at the top of the top in NBA history, they have Jonathan Kuminga's archetype. You're young as hell, athletic as hell, and you have great length to you. And also, he's super explosive. Jonathan Kuminga has that type of potential, but I'm not sure if he'll be able to reach it because he still has a lot of work to do, and he's still growing as a prospect, and he got better and better in every G League game that I've seen him play. Now, I'm not sure how the Warriors plan to play him alongside Curry, Clay, Wiggins, which is kind of weird, Wiggins, and also Wiseman and Draymond, because Wiseman and Draymond are pretty much non-shooters, and you need at least one more shooter, an okay shooter, alongside Steph and Clay. Maybe you have Kuminga coming off of the bench, and you let him run 6-man, I don't really know, but one thing that I do know is that they cannot pass up on someone with this amount of potential. They'd be fools to do it. They've done it before with LaMelo Ball, and I hope they don't do it again with Jonathan Kuminga. Not to say that Kuminga and LaMelo Ball are in the same category. With the 5th overall pick in the 2021 NBA draft, the Detroit Pistons select Jalen Suggs. This ain't really a special pick. I mean, that's not to say that Jalen Suggs is not a special player, because he's a great player and he has a chance to be special, but it's the Detroit Pistons, and the Pistons just, they're not a bad team. They're not a completely boring team, but they just don't get me too excited. Like, Killian Hayes is still there. We don't know what the hell is going on with that man right now. He went out with like a hip injury way earlier on in the season, and he's been out since then, and nobody's seen or heard a peep from him. And because of how much of an unknown Killian Hayes is and just how bad he was during his first few games in the NBA, I can see them taking another point guard in Jalen Suggs. Jalen Suggs just seems more trustworthy of a player. He's more talkative, he's more confident, and I don't know, he just seems more ready. And also, this is a quick reminder for those of you who have forgotten about Killian Hayes, which I don't fault you about. He's 6'5", and he could easily play the 2-guard position if needed. And if him and Jalen Suggs end up being good, great guards in the NBA, then bro, they can play alongside of each other. It's not a big deal, because their play styles surprisingly suit each other well. With the 6th overall pick in the 2021 NBA draft, the Orlando Magic selects Moses Moody. Now, just a few days ago, well, actually not just a few days ago, because I deleted that video, but sometime like last week I made a video about Moses Moody, and Moses Moody is the truth if you ask me. And the Orlando Magic, as you all know, we got really busy during the trade deadline, and we're making moves bam 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 left and right. And right now, if you ask me, bro, they're just looking for anything that they could grasp onto, and Moses Moody is a player that you can hold on to and keep a part of your roster for a very long time. He's a great big body wing who can get his own shot off. He's really fun to watch, and also his name is Moses Moody. He just sounds like a really good basketball player. With the 7th overall pick in the 2021 NBA draft, the Washington Wizards select Sharife Cooper. Now, I've made a video about Sharife Cooper before on this channel, or at least a segment about Sharife Cooper on this channel, and in that segment I was pretty high on Sharife Cooper, and I don't know why, but I just get a sudden feeling that this man will be like a draft sleeper, and I really don't want him to be a sleeper. I don't know if the Wizards would select someone like Sharife Cooper, but in my opinion they need to, because Westbrook is not going to be your point guard 3 years later. I'm sorry, but he just can't be. And if I'm watching him, I'm hoping that you wouldn't want Westbrook to be your point guard of the future either if Sharife Cooper is on the board. Now, Sharife had a kind of rough season at Auburn. He went out with an injury, and Auburn, as far as I know, is not even, they weren't in March Madness. They didn't make it. Why? Because they sucked too hard, and Sharife Cooper got destroyed with injuries. But with the few games that he did play, he impressed so many people, including me, and he blew me out the water. His first step, quickness, crossovers, and his ability to get to the lane and just dish passes off everywhere is what a team like Washington needs, in my opinion. Now, if Bradley Beal's gonna sit there and rot in Washington, then at least let him have some fun and rot with a couple great young players and surround Sharife Cooper with all these weapons and a Rui, Denny, DeVise, Pretends, and etc. for him to have fun. I'm telling you, Sharife Cooper being a Wizard is not a bad idea at all, once you get rid of Russell Westbrook first, though. With the 8th overall pick in the 2021 NBA draft, the Cleveland Cavaliers select Scottie Barnes. Now, Scottie Barnes has been in the news for or at least in the basketball media, for a very long time. His name is just so familiar to me. Why? I don't know, but he was just pushed down my IG feed for a very long time over the last few years, and he is basically a Draymond Green-esque type of forward. He's a forward in the NBA, and a forward is exactly what the Cleveland Cavaliers need now that Kevin Love is officially deteriorating in the NBA. And also, I'm not sure how they feel about Larry Nance Jr., but getting Scottie Barnes alongside Darius Garland, Colin Sexton, and also Jared Allen is just a nice group core of 4 players that you'd want to grow your kind of sorry organization around. He's a perfect fit if you ask me, because he's defensive minded, and also he's a good facilitator for his size. The last 2 picks in the 2021 NBA draft belong to the Sacramento Kings and the Oklahoma City Thunder. And for this, gonna be real quick, bro, the Sacramento Kings should and really would want to take that man Jalen Johnson. Now, Jalen Johnson had a lot of controversy around his name because he kind of quit on his school, Duke, but I don't really blame him that much. At the end of the day, who really cares? He knows what he wants, and he wants to hoop and ball out and be the best player that he can possibly be. Jalen Johnson can for sure be the best player that he can be, just not at Duke, but he can for sure do that in the NBA, especially with a team like the Sacramento Kings. You see, the Sacramento Kings just have been a mess for like a very long time, really my entire existence or my entire lifespan as an NBA fan. But I think they can start moving in the right direction again with the selection of Jalen Johnson, because you know what I'm saying, that soon to be infamous Marvin Bagley pick can be kind of salvaged just a little bit, because I think Jalen Johnson fits their offense a heck of a lot better. Now, when I first saw Jalen Johnson play and I see his type of archetype, you know what I'm saying, athletic 6'4", who's not the greatest at creating his own shots, but definitely does have potential on the defensive end and also doing these simple things on the offensive end. And Jalen Johnson does the simple things, and also what kind of gives him a chance to be a little bit better than I think he can be in the NBA is his passing ability and also just his quick and natural instincts. He just seems like a seamless fit alongside De'Aaron Fox and Tyrese Halliburton. Anyways, OKC's pick Zaire, to be honest, bro, I don't even know if OKC's gonna keep this pick. They might go ahead and package this and the rest of their like 16 first round picks and 17 second rounders for a superstar. Obviously not all in one draft, but they could do this periodically, and if they wanted to, they could honestly trade up for Cade Cunningham if once again they wanted to. So I'm not gonna dive too deep into this prospect that they're selecting, because as for now, once again, it's just a way too early 2021 mock draft. And there it is, 1 through 10. That was my way too early 2021 mock draft. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. Once again, this is way too early and this is just a rough feel. I'm kind of just like, you know what I'm saying, dipping my foot in the water just to see how hot or cold it could be. And I ain't gonna lie, if you ask me, this video was hot and it was a lot of flames and pure heat. This is the end of the video though, man. I really do appreciate you for coming over here and seeing what I have to talk about today. It's currently like 2 a.m. in the morning right now, and I'm doing my thing. And yeah, man, I just really appreciate you guys. Also, this is gonna be kind of my first crack at this daily uploading thingy. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna upload tomorrow, so what a great start to that. But I'm going to attempt to go ahead and do this daily upload thing, to go ahead and you know what I'm saying, rebuild and revive my channel. If you've seen a video I posted a couple days ago about me and my YouTube career and what I think could happen, this is one of my last cracks and one of my last, not one of my last cracks or attempts, but you know what I'm saying, this is one of my last major efforts to go ahead and make this thing work. So I'd appreciate if you went ahead and like, share, subscribe, and all these other great things. But until then, outside of every single thing that I just said, make sure you follow me on Instagram. But for real, outside of everything that I just said, make sure that you make your day great. Until then, I'll get right with you.
No way, remember back when I couldn't get a play, no home, I ain't have a place to stay, I got to work, made it serve, free the way, told my girl who'd ever thought.